kickstart the discussion, I would like to thank our cloud communication partner Root Mobile, session partner IAB Tech Lab in partnership with PubMatic, gold partner LogicServe Digital, session partner Agrea, bronze partner Bobble AI, and knowledge partner Kantar. The next session for today is a keynote session on CTV advertising utilizing global learning to chart the India growth story. Joining us for the session, we have Ms. Noelia Amoedo, Chief Executive Officer, Mediasmart. I would request all the delegates to kindly post their questions on Q&A tab. Without further ado, I would like to hand over the mic to Ms. Amoedo. Over to you, Ms. Amoedo. Thank you.
Hello, thank you, Ritika. Thank you very much for having me here. It's a real pleasure. I will tell you the story for about 20 minutes or so, hopefully, and you can ask your questions after. But if you feel anything is burning, please feel free to interrupt and make it interactive. I'm going to start by sharing my screen. And I wanted to talk to you, as Ritika said, about connected TV today, and connected TV in relation to advertising, because Mediasmart is a global company, and we've fairly recently, about a year and a half ago, in India. I thought it would be good to share some of our learnings in other regions. Specifically, I'll talk to you about the US and Europe, and then we'll talk about the trends that we see in India and why we think that India is about to reach a tipping point of growth in this area. And then we'll finish the presentation by talking a bit more about what CTV advertising can mean for brands. Yeah. I hope I'm trying to set up there you go. You should see my presentation, right? Hopefully now. So before I go into talking about trends in the US and Europe and afterwards in India, I wanted to settle on some definitions first, right? Because when we talk about connected TV, obviously there are terms that are used interchangeably and are not exactly the same, right? So to make sure we're all on the same page and all the stats and information I provide afterwards is understood properly, let's start defining what we mean by connected TV. And I think there's pretty much a consensus in the market about this, but we still see it not used in the same way across the board. So connected TV is the actual device, right? The big screen where content is consumed. It can be a TV that is directly connected to the internet, because of course connected, it needs to be a screen that accesses internet content, and that access can be provided directly by the TV when it's a smart TV. But it can also be provided by other types of devices connected to the TV, such as a dongle, a set-top box, or it can be provided by connecting to it a game console. Okay, but the connected TV is the TV itself in which we consume the content, the device, right? Now, often you will see the term CTV used interchangeably with OTT. And whereas CTV, the connected TV, is the device itself, the OTT refers to the delivery method of the content, right? OTT stands for over the top, and it can also be referred to as streaming content, right? But OTT content that is streamed can be delivered across multiple devices, one of them being connected TV, and it's the one that is mostly used, right? But you can also consume OTT content in your desktop or on your phone, right? And by the same token, you can certainly consume OTT content in the TV, and that's what you mostly do. But there are other types of content that are delivered over the TV as a device, okay? And last but not least, with the definitions, often there's confusion around connected TV versus addressable TV also. So I wanted to address that as well. So addressable TV does not deliver streaming content, is content that is broadcasted. And it does allow you to serve different ads to different users, but it's linear TV, right? So all users are watching the same content, and then different segments of users may see different ads linked to that content. But those segments of audiences are provided by the platforms themselves that provide the set-top box, and they're therefore more limited, right? You can target segments, but those are predefined segments, and normally the analytics you can get are more limited as well. Versus connected TV, which is more programmatic, as programmatic is understood in other media, right? The content is streamed; it can be consumed on demand. By the way, it's not only linear, and the targeting and analytics provided can be very granular, right? You can target user by user, and the segments of users you target can be built based on first-party data or third-party data, so a lot more flexibility around it, right? So once we are clear on those definitions, then you will know what I mean when I say connected TV, what I mean when I say OTT, and we can talk now about some global trends. Globally, if there is a leader in connected TV viewership and the revenue that is generated when the content is ad-funded, is clearly the US, right? In the US, we've seen people accessing connected TV more and more. It is only in 2 years or so that a big shift is expected to happen when it comes to households that actually pay for traditional TV versus those that don't. So in 2023, the shift is expected to happen where more households in the US will actually not pay for traditional TV. That means the only way for them to access TV content will be through connected TV or digital TV. That is not provided through, traditional satellite or cable, but through the internet, right? So the internet will be the main way of accessing TV. And together with that growth in viewership, of course, ad dollars always follow eyeballs, right? Comes the growth in the advertising business on connected TV, because content that is offered on connected TV can be offered, through subscriptions, but of course, ad funded. And already by 2023, the market is expected to grow up to over $20 billion, right, in ad spending. Just to compare a little bit with another market we are very familiar with at Mediasmart, it's Western Europe. Europe has lagged behind the US in connected TV adoption. We talk about the big five. UK is more the exception to the rule and the clear leader within the market, following the US closely. But other countries such as Spain, Germany, Italy, France are lagging behind. Those top 5 countries in Europe still have consume more subscription-based content versus ad-supported. There you see the comparison. Only 69% of CTV viewers watch ad-supported content in the top 5 in Europe versus 80% in the US. And again, when I say top 5 in Europe, UK is often ahead. And when we wonder why is Europe behind, of course, Europe is a more fragmented market. It's not one market, but many different countries. But then there's a big legacy of broadcasters, which are often mobile carriers that are very entrenched and have been fulfilling the demand for digital TV. So it's not that CTV started from a fresh base, but it started already from the base of the broadcasters, more of the traditional TV. And then in addition, countries like Italy have lower broadband access. Smart TV penetration is still relatively low. And in France, there was even a regulation that forbade addressable TV that just changed a few months ago, right? So overall, Europe lagging behind, and I'm giving you all these tips because we're going to talk about India first and India after. I'm sorry, and you'll see this everything I say for India in perspective, right? If we look at how OTT content is consumed, again, is often independent players. We have there Roku and Amazon with their Fire TV leading the market share. Roku at 31%, and this is globally. And between the two of them, Roku and Amazon have 50% of the market or more, right? And then, of course, you have brands of smart TVs and PlayStation, which is another way of connecting your TV to the internet, as we were discussing, right? But so this is what we see globally. What is up in India, right? Well, India is, in my view, and I think many of the analysts view, ripe for reaching a tipping point. The market is getting ready to explode, and that's due to a number of factors and things that are coming together in the market to make that happen, right? On one side, you have very affordable hardware to allow you to access connected TV, and we'll give you some more pointers on that. But you not only have affordable smart TVs, but also very affordable dongles and other devices and set-top boxes that allow you to turn your standard TV into a connected TV. But that combines with also very easy and cheap, affordable access to the internet, with data plans being very low. And third, but not last, lots of options of quality content to access, right? So all of it comes together to prepare the market for explosive growth. If we look at each of these factors in a bit more detail, just smart TVs, shipments have been growing. Here you have data from 2018, 2019, but from 2019 to 20, there's been a further 15% growth. And you see the one that has the highest growth, and I'm sure this trend would have been maintained in 2020 is Xiaomi, right? Chinese affordable TVs. And then, all of them overall have been growing, maybe with the exception of Sony, right? Which is maybe not on the so affordable side. But again, not only smart TVs, but you also have very affordable options to turn your standard TV into a connected device. So set-top boxes or dongles, as you see there, come at 1/5 of the price of a smart TV in India, right? So that is, of course, the ease of access, the affordable access is a big factor that is going to make CTV viewership continue to grow exponentially. Second factor, but not least important, is that the actual access to the data is easy as well. There's broadband, and 5G is not even here. Imagine when that comes, growth is going to be even more exponential. And there is also in India very cheap access to cost. So to put things in perspective, again, India, I believe, accounts for 16% already or so of the global amount or global number of internet users, and is second only to China in number of internet subscribers, right? So a huge base to start with, and it offers the cheapest price per gigabyte to access internet data, and there's been a 65% decrease recently, right? So you see there how it compares to other countries in the world. Again, you have the ease, the affordable hardware to access, and then you don't need to spend a lot to actually access the content. And then third, which completes the tandem to create this explosive growth, is you actually have a lot of good quality content. India is also the world's fastest growing OTT market. And there is a lot of good quality content, right? India, has multiple languages, more than most of the countries, right? And a lot of good content is being developed in the different languages with regional focus, lots of original content, and also live content. I just became aware that Hotstar reached some record level of concurrent viewers on connected TV. I think it was over 100 million watching a game in the World Cup of cricket, right? So India is leading the way and has the ecosystem to create great content, which is affordable for users to access, and that is the best fuel for growth. When it comes to OTT apps, of course, the ones that distribute the content, they can do so in a subscription model. This is what SVOD stands for, subscription video on demand, or on an ad-funded model, or there can be, of course, hybrids, right, with freemium sponsored content. And India is also more accepting than maybe other countries, such as the ones in Europe, of advertising instead of paying for good content, and that's why we'll see also the expected growth for the advertising market is huge also. So this shift that we were seeing that started in the US maybe 3-4 years ago is already happening in India, in the sense that a lot of households are already not even installing cable or satellite subscriptions. About 22% of CTV viewers in India in 2020 went straight to just connected TV, accessing TV through internet access without any cable or satellite paid service. And there is also 21% of the usually called cord cutters that have actually terminated their cable or satellite subscriptions in the past 5 years, right? So we're seeing the same trend that already started in the US a few years ago. These are the levels of percentages that we saw in the US 2-3 years ago, now happening in India. Yes. So I was saying before that of course advertising is gonna follow, and we see already viewers in India choosing OTT content over the traditional direct to home, or like calling it traditional TV, but it's cable and satellite. But not only that, but also spending a lot more time creating more eyeballs for the advertising business to flourish. 81% rise in terms of hours spent on the TV, and connected TV is the fastest growing medium, right, to consume OTT content. Yeah. That's why all of these combined, makes analysts believe that India is actually going to be the fastest growing market for advertising on connected TV in the coming years. You see there in the graph 170% growth expected in 2026, and already by 2023 the full market of OTT industry combining ad funded and subscription based is to reach 5 billion. Yeah. Now, of course, advertisers would follow eyeballs wherever they are, right? But there are also many other reasons that give an incentive to advertisers to move to connected TV. even versus linear TV, right? So of course you need to be on connected TV if you want to increment or maintain your reach, right? Because we see all those 41% of users not being in traditional TV anymore. So you need it for reach, but also connected TV, as we were seeing at the beginning, versus addressable TV offers a number of advantages in terms of better targeting. You can target one by one and optimize in real time. More, I mean, the same you do in programmatic advertising in other channels, right? And that obviously helps you achieve better results and improve ROI, right? Now, connected TV is obviously a channel built for branding that is by all measures, and again, you see here a study from Kantar that shows that for video advertising, connected TV is the most impactful channel when it comes to increasing brand awareness, but also purchase intent, although in a smaller measure, right? And we do have examples with Mediasmart actually in India of that brand impact happening, right? So we've done campaigns in connected TV where we measured again with Kantar brand lift, and results are excellent in all measures of brand awareness. This you see an example here of the results for a leading food delivery app, where by all measures, aided awareness, online awareness, recollection, brand favorability, and all that, the increase or the lift was very favorable, and the same we did when we did it for a leading music streaming service, right? Now, of course, there's no question that CTV can impact brand awareness, can help you build your brand, can increase your reach. But when it comes to action, to actual ROI, which is created by succeeding at driving your audience down the purchase funnel, it may fall short in some cases because, you see the ad, but you cannot really interact with it. But that is all sorted when you can combine the power of connected TV with mobile through, what we do in Mediasmart, we call it household sync, but really the technology that allows you to first serve an ad, use the ad on the TV for your storytelling, but then within a certain time after, impact the same users that have watched your ad on TV to reinforce your story, to complete it, but also allowing them to engage with the actual ad, click through it, and follow through the purchase funnel. Yeah, and that's the magic of connected TV when combined with mobile through household sync. And I hope I did well on time. That is all I had just to for myself to talk, but would love to open it up to the floor and take your questions. Okay, I see a question here. With connected TV, measurement can be very different from traditional TV. How can advertisers measure and attribute success in their connected TV campaign? Well, part of what I was explaining about the household sync is a way to actually generate engagement that can be measured, right? So those same users that have seen an ad can actually receive advertising on their devices afterwards, and everything that is done on the device can be followed a lot more closely. And then there is also certain mapping that you can do, using it's not necessarily the same identifiers on the phone as on the TV, but there are certain mappings you can do to measure results even when your ad is only shown on the TV, right? But I would say the combination with the mobile campaign is a great way to actually very deterministically measure the impact of your campaigns on the connected TV. Hold on, let me make sure I'm seeing. Yeah, I think I'm seeing any other questions, or even the one that asked this question. Maybe I can clarify further.
Noel, I think there are no more questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. It's a bit weird not to talk in front of an audience. I don't see your faces. Hopefully, this was interesting to you. Thank you so much for having me.
So thank you, Noelia, for giving us such an insightful session. We really enjoyed it, and I hope that you'll be back with us again for the next year.
Yeah. And India will roll on connected TV, huh? Even next after the US.
Thank you, Noelia, and thank you to all the attendees who attended this session. With this, we come to an end to the day 2. But please be back tomorrow for some more exciting sessions. We have another 2 days to go for this event. Thank you. Have a great day and good night. Thank you.
Thank you.